I'm happy you mentioned Liberia as an example, because you can have two countries with the exact same constitution, and one would be a great success and one would be a spectacular failure. And that's also the thing with South Africa. When the South African constitution was adopted in 1996 and the transition happened in 1994, it was globally celebrated as now it's going to be a free country and so forth. And the constitution was hailed as, people called it the most liberal, most democratic, most modern, most progressive constitution, all these buzzwords. But then the assumption was, if you have a great constitution, you can just put it on a country and it would be a great country. But there are other factors that determine whether the country would be a success. And one of it is demographic makeup, not so much black or white, but just how homogeneous is the country as opposed to how diverse is it. And a nation that is inhabited by a variety of nations naturally tends or leads to differences of opinion on matters of constitutionalism, how to interpret the constitution and so forth. That's one factor. Another factor is the fact that it's very big. It's a very big country, but it's very centralized. And then those in power in South Africa have been very actively, they have the strategy, they call it the National Democratic Revolution, which essentially means pretend that you are a liberal Democrat, but be a communist sort of behind the scenes, and try and use multi-party liberal democracy as a way of promoting communism. And that's exactly what they have been doing. And they have publicly said so, that they write policy documents and they would explain, in order for us to implement our communist agenda in South Africa, we need to create the perception that we are actually liberals, and it's all written down in their policy documents. And yes, it's undoubtedly a big Marxist experiment, but it's also, as Laura said, sort of an open society experiment.